Hello, today for review I've got FiiO's recent addition to the earbuds lineup. Actually, earbuds are rare guests in my reviews, mainly because they don't fit my ears well and I'm more a fan of in-ear monitors, but also let's face the fact, earbuds are not super popular. They have some benefits in terms of sound, but also they have some disadvantages. And vast majority of portable audiophiles prefer in-ear monitors, because in-ear monitors provides better sound isolation, tighter bass, and actually in-ear monitors are simpler to tune, so it's a higher chance to get the more universal sound. Earbuds at the same time are more sensitive to fit because not into every ear they fit properly, but and also they can't deliver such impactful and big bass as in ear monitors, for example, because they don't isolate the channel and some sound is leaking, and also of course sound isolation is noticeably less than for in-ear monitors, but sometimes it could be a plus. For example, on modern noisy street you can hear what's going on around you, and it's a big plus, I think. And also they are better in building imaginary stage, and actually it's a good example. And also some people don't like the idea of sticking something inside of ear channel, so they prefer earbuds. But anyway, earbuds are less popular. But FiiO decided to create the state-of-the-art earbuds, and they've worked for a few years developing this model, and they definitely push it to the limit using all the modern technologies and all the know-hows. Here they utilized big 14.2mm beryllium plated dynamic driver. They utilized 3D printing, they developed sophisticated acoustic chamber, they used sterling silver cable, and adds here their replaceable jacks system that they introduced in their top-of-the-line cables. So, no surprisingly, this model is expensive. It's $300 and it's really high for the earbuds. So, from one hand, it's pretty expensive. From another hand, why not? So $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in-ear monitors are okay on the market. Why we can't have $300 earbuds? The main question is, do they worth the price? So let's find out. In terms of package, it's a big step forward. FiiO tried to demonstrate that it's a big improvement over their previous earbuds EM3. I actually don't know why they didn't name this model EM7 or even EM9. I'm pretty sure that it will be the high-end earbuds, and I doubt they will release some other in foreseeable future. But anyway, package is big, with nice soft touch coating, with good polygraphy, and as usual you can remove the outer wrap and get access to the internals of this box. Traditional 2 layers package schema. So here are earbuds themselves. Let me put it aside for a while. Big manual with a lot of information and explanations. Did they print technical specifications here? No, if I see right. Anyway, and underneath you will have 3 type of foam tips. One is for bass, other is balanced, and third one is for the crisp treble. 2 replaceable jacks, 2.5mm and pentacone, and FiiO's signature leather case for storage. Probably it's the best accessory set for the earbuds I have seen, but actually I didn't test many earbud models. Let me put it aside and I need slight zoom in. So in terms of design, it's from this point of view, it's really classic earbud made of nice hypoallergenic plastic with protective grill inside. Actually, it's semi-transparent, so you can easily see the internal driver. Here is this sound tube and additional channel for the cable. You can see the design is really nice, and to build such shape, they definitely had to use the 3D printing technology. They say that it's a flute-like design, so there is some opening in this base tube, so they definitely spent time tweaking the sound, not just randomly put some dynamic driver inside of the shell. And as for fit, they fitting like every earbud. This part isn't big actually, so fitting pretty okay into ears. Sound isolation, of course, it's just noticeably below average, but probably it's something to expect from the earbuds. They're holding in ears pretty well. It's easy to distinguish left and right channel because the left earpiece has these 3 dots inside, so it's easy to distinguish them. But also, of course, you can easily find them, distinguish left and right by these tubes. So these tubes should be on the front side of the earpiece. And here is cable. You can see it's silver in color and silver in material. It's not the softest, not the hardest, so probably average in terms of softness. Microphonic effect is low, it's not getting hard when it's cold outside. Here is splitter with chin slider, and under the splitter it goes braided down to the jack. Of course, they used separate wire, so it allows them to implement this schema. So you twist this part and you can, it's holding really well, but still with some force applied it can be removed. Yep, so as usual it was in the incorrect position, so on means you can change them and off you can't, so I was close to breaking it. So turn to on, it can be removed and swapped for another connector if you need. So despite not having the swappable cable, FiiO said that it was done on purpose because they didn't like the all possible solutions with replaceable cables. So they decided just to add the best cable they could and make replaceable jacks. So I think it's a really good compromise. Well, to summarize this part, in terms of design, build quality, accessory set and all other such stuff, it's done really well. And of course about the sound, their sensitivity is 110 decibels, 32 ohms of impedance, so not too sensitive, not too tough to drive, in between. They require a burn-in. I gave them about 60 hours of burn-in, and probably during the first 50 hours sound did change a little bit. And of course you can tweak sound here using these foams. There are 3 types of these foams and they definitely change the sound. Also you can experiment with some donut-like foams and all other type of foam tips invented for the earbuds. I prefer the balanced and bassy foams because low frequencies is well, probably not the correct word to say weak part of the earbuds, but it's the part that requires the most compensation, because without the absolute isolation of your ear channel, of course, low frequency is suffering most of all. We need some player to provide the examples, and let's talk about the sound. So these earbuds, well, definitely the best earbuds I've heard. Problem is I didn't heard much earbuds, so I probably not a good expert here, but anyway, I'm just sharing my subjective opinion and my experience with different audio gear. It's a noticeable step forward, even comparing with the best earbuds I've tested. It was Astrotech Lyra Nature. Here Dynamic definitely delivers better low frequencies, but at the same time with best resolution. And let's proceed with description step by step. So lows here are pretty impactful, with good body, with good weight and nice depth, but don't expect the lows performance of the in-ear monitors. It's definitely the different case, because you won't get such impact, such rumble that you will get in the in-ear monitors. It's basically all close to impossible with earbuds. Of course, you can get better seal, you can use basic ear tips if you need more low frequencies, but anyway, I need to warn, or for me it's pretty obvious thing, but maybe for someone it could be a surprise that earbuds don't deliver such slam as in-ear monitors. But at the same time, lows here are pretty good in terms of resolution, in terms of detalization, and still weight is here and depth is here, just not as big as with in-ear monitors. Lows are pretty technical, they are good in representing acoustic instruments, probably for synthesized low frequencies, and for electronic music it's better to get in-ear monitors, but if you listen to some real instruments, let's name them this way, it's definitely a good, natural and pretty rich bass. And as an example, I've got Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Suites. I Need Never Get Old, so pretty good record, not something stellar in terms of recording quality, of course, but they're using nice big drum here, and this drum kicks definitely sounding pretty pleasant. Of course, it's lacking a bit of impact comparing with in-ear monitors, but still pretty good sense of realism and presence. Mids are probably the best thing in the sound of these in-ear monitors, because mids are very well balanced. They are not too focused on the micro detalization, and at the same time they are not too highlighting the macro dynamics. So they deliver good resolution, but not going into nitpicking or too clinical dry sounding. And they are pretty good in representing emotions and macro dynamics, like blows, some impacts, and so on. So if you remember my test track with Tchaikovsky Overture 1812, it's that case, like cannons, some shots, or some fast passages, and so on. They are not too critical for the record quality, but at the same time good, well-mastered tracks will be beneficial with them, because they're not trying to hide errors, they not highlight them issues with record, but at the same time they're not trying to hide, and also they really benefit from the good, well-recorded tracks with good imaginary stage. And stage is yet another strong part of the earbuds, and in general, and these earbuds in particular, because they really build better stage than in-ear monitors. And actually it's not surprising, they are moved out of ear, so you will get a bit more reflections of the sound, you will get a bit better staging, both in width and in depth, so really good results in 3D positioning. That's what they will give you. Very good full-bodied instruments and nice full-bodied vocals. At the bit probably leaning towards more analytical side, but it can be really easily fixed with forms. If you don't want that, you can use more basic forms. But for the earbuds, they are really good. And as an example, I've got TOTL Classics. It's the Beatles, A Day in the Life. Nice guitar, good vocal, and all other instruments. So this earbuds play guitar really nicely and as well as vocal, but where they definitely shines, it's the famous coda and this final fortepiano chord with long decay, and they definitely play it in a really impressive way, and it's sounding really overwhelming with these earbuds. So it's another place where they show them. And treble, so treble is also, it's good, but also don't expect the treble of in-ear monitors. It's a bit different, it's more lightweight, more airy, a bit more extended, bit less focused and precise, but at the same time it's, you will get a bit less focus and precision, but at the same time you will get a bit better layering and a bit more effect of surround on the treble, so bit better layering, bit better overtone saturation, and bit better representation of the room where track is recorded. So it's like more ambient probably treble, but at the same time sounding pretty nice and impressive. Not sharp, not fatiguing, at least to my ears, but if you're treble sensitive, definitely they're worth listening before buying, because they're not trying to hide the treble. It's not like typical comfortable warm sound that some earbuds are trying to achieve. FiiO definitely tuned them to deliver nice amount of the high frequencies. And as an example, yet another classical thing, Andrew Lloyd Webber, Jesus Christ Superstar. I only want to say the famous work with great vocal, with really good instrumental part, and that's probably yet another track where these earbuds definitely deliver their best sides, showing the best sides, because it's sounding really like you will move closer to the voice, you will get more surround effect, you will be put inside of this track probably, and it's nice unusual representations that in-ear monitors won't give you, and because of that ambient treble, it's sounding really engaging, but still really different from in-ear monitors. So to summarize everything, pretty neutral earbuds with good resolution, nice mids, good three-dimensional stage, and you can tweak the sound with these foam tips. You can easily select more low frequencies or more treble depending on the tips. And yet another warning, I probably should say it in the start of this part, but I forgot about that. Please keep in mind that with earbuds, fit play bigger role than with in-ear monitors, and your experience with earbuds could be more different from my and from any other experience, because they more depends on your ears, outer ear structure. Well, it's pretty obvious, but sometimes it could be surprising. So if your outer ear has noticeably different shape, your experience can also be different. In terms of pairing, they are really potent, so something like FiiO M11 is probably the lower margin, and up to FiiO's M15 it's their range of dubs. Of course, it's not focused only on FiiO's, just naming FiiO's as an example. Really good pairing is KN-N6 Mark II with its emotional representation, and also Shanling M6 Pro sounding nice with them. And as for comparisons, unfortunately this time I have to skip this part because I don't have any other earbuds. If I'll get something in future, I will compare, but to summarize, that this model I will probably keep in my collection, despite I'm not a big fan of earbuds, but every portable audiophile probably have to have at least one pair of good earbuds to understand their strong part, the benefits that they will give you, and EM5 is definitely a worse option. Thank you for listening, thank you for attention, and have a nice day.